Hi, this is Peter Dance Clairvoyant here, and I'm just doing a topical video today, and I'm going to do it on President Trump. So let's see what's going on around President Trump, where he's heading. Is he going to get impeached? Is he going to be in the next term for the presidency? Let's see what we kind of get. So let's just look generally around him first of what's going on with Trump. Okay. Okay, well, it's like he's got his battles ahead of him, but, he is a fighter, Trump. I've got to give him his due. He is a fighter because he's actually coming out here as the emperor. So the emperor's the boss. That basically it's like he's coming in as the Almighty. I don't mean the Almighty as God, but he's a survivor. And when you think about him, he always has been. He's a very successful businessman, and there he is as the King of Coins and a successful businessman. But there's this woman here behind him, and she's coming in as a successful woman, but she's upside down. And I don't know what's gone on around him, but I feel so with all this crap coming out over the months about him and women, I feel like it has put a strain on their relationship a little bit. She's not gone, but she's a bit pissed, if you know what I mean. So whether it's all true or whether she's kind of known and she's kept her mouth shut because of success, wealth and money, it's possible. Probably so, more than likely I said that for a reason, but she's not exactly happy. I feel like she's supporting him a lot, she's put up with him a lot over the years, but I do feel like this pregnancy has taken its toll, even though it's brought her into the limelight a little bit. I don't think she exactly likes it, to be honest, because when you think about it, we don't see too much of it in the limelight. When Obama was president, we did see her in the background a bit, but with her, not so much. And I feel like she kind of shies away from it a little bit. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want the glaring light. Feels like she doesn't want the people talking about her and what's perhaps gone on with her husband. So I feel like, it has got to her a little bit. Okay, but yeah, I feel like good things are coming around him because I've got his victory card here and I've got celebrations for him. So yeah, I do feel like changes are coming for him. But yeah, let's narrow it down now to see what's happening. So let's have a look at this impeachment that's going on around him, because they're really kind of pursuing this now, aren't they? Or they're trying to. Whereas before they were iffing and ahhing. Now they seem to have a bee in the bonnet, so to speak. So let's have a look at Trump and this impeachment. Oh, well, I don't know whether they're going to back down at the last minute or whether they're just not going to get it. Because the way I'm looking at it here is no. And to be honest, I feel like they need to make some wise, positive choices themselves, because I just get the feeling it could backfire on them. Because you know what Trump's like, he can play a bit naughty when he wants to. Because like I said, I know a lot of people sort of don't like Trump for whatever reason. A lot of people do and a lot of people don't. But the one thing I will say about him is he stick to his guns and he fights his corner, whether he fights it in a bit of an unparticular way, not quite the way we would, but he does it. He plays it to his own rules. And I always say, when you're in business and whatever, sometimes we do things that we shouldn't do, or we bend the rules a little bit, but if we don't, you don't get there where you need to be. Because it's not easy being at the top of your game, so sometimes you have to bend the rules a little bit. And he's certainly in front of doing it. And when he's bent the rules in the past, I'm absolutely 100% sure he has, and it's got him to where it is. You don't get to be a billionaire without bending the rules. I'm sorry, you just don't, because where does that money come from? It's just crazy. So, he's done things, and I don't care what anybody says, he has, But I'm not knocking him, He's created wealth, he's created jobs, he's created buildings, and it all gets used. And yes, he's got stinking rich out of it. But that's life. If there aren't people like Trump about, things wouldn't get done. So, we all can moan and whinge, or we don't like him, he's ruthless, or he's not showing his tax returns and all that kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, people like this, they play a different game. And we can all say, well, he's got too much money, you could give the little people. Yeah, I get all that. Again, I understand it. But again, you've got to have that kind of mentality to create that kind of success. If they don't have that kind of success, we don't get what we want from them. And we do get things as, might not like what we do get. There's a hotel there that we could perhaps use one day, or stay there one day, or there's a product that he makes that we get to use. Like we all moan at Google, but at the end of the day, we get to use their products. And if, they don't have the motivation to succeed and get that kind of wealth that they get from bringing these ideas to the forefront, we wouldn't get those products. So, like it or not, we do benefit, but maybe we don't benefit the way we would like to. But hey, that's life. So, yeah, this impeachment, it's not sitting right with me. It's just not. And I feel like no matter what they're saying about Trump, has he done anything really wrong? We might not like the way he's playing the game, but has he done anything really wrong? Has it been proven? So I could be wrong, but I just don't know. I just don't feel it. Let's have a look at second term presidency. This is going to be very interesting. Is President Trump going to get a second term in the White Office? This is going to be interesting. God. Right, okay. It's very much sitting on the fence. It's like there's not exactly a great deal of negativity to say, no, we won't get it. But there's not exactly a great deal of positivity to say he will get it. All I can say is it's going to be a very, very close call. A very close call. And I get the feeling it depends how he portrays himself over the next few months, of how he's going to win people over, again, who put him in. And the economy really isn't coming into, because I think people are not stupid. The economy always fluctuates, but it's whether they're going to blame Trump for it. I don't feel they will. I feel like, some of these things were well rooted before Trump got in, and I feel like people will see through that. So I don't feel like everybody's saying, oh, the economy is going to turn and that's it, Trump's not going to get in again because he's selling it on the economy. I think, the pundits, the news people are sort of portraying the public to be quite fickle, and I don't think they are. I think they're going to see a lot of good, but the only thing I would say is a bit damaging for him is this issue with overseas China. That is causing a bit damage. But again, there's two sides of it. They do believe in what Trump is saying and doing, but they know what he's doing is right, but it's coming at some consequences. So it's like scales. It's like, no, they're not agreeing, but yes, they are agreeing. So it all depends on that moment, at that time, when everybody comes to vote, of what they're feeling. So it's like a knife edge. Am I going to stick my neck out and say what's going to happen? See, this is what's in the centre. You've got your stress card, and it's like pulling back and analysing. And I'm going to say this is the public pulling back and analysing. But then you've got your love and your emotional card, and I feel like a lot of people do like Trump for what he stands for, and what he's trying to give. So these two are causing me a bit of confusion, because that's saying negative, this is saying positive. But I'm also looking at this as a kind of positive sign that the people are going to analyse him on everything that he's done, not just with one thing, the economy. And I think this impeachment is smoke and guns, smoke and screens, mirrors. I think they've got a fear that he will get back in, and they're trying to cause up a bit of a stir. They're being a bit naughty, a bit bitchy. Oh, what the hell. I'm going to say he's going to get in. I'm going to say he's going to get a second term. But we'll see whether I'm right or whether I'm wrong. We will see. But I just feel as though it's going to be interesting. But mark my words, if he does get in, he's got a plan with the economy. He's got a plan with the Federal Reserve. And I feel like he doesn't like the Federal Reserve. And I feel like he's trying to get it to implode. In fact, let me have a look at that. Trump and the Federal Reserve Bank. The American Federal Reserve Bank and Trump. This is going to be interesting. Whoa. Oh, right, okay. So it's like he's got his barriers up to it. And the sun card's upside down, so no, he does not like the Federal Reserve, and he judges them in a big way, judgment. And he's sitting there pondering, as if to say, what is he going to do with the Federal Reserve? I feel like he wants... let me just see if he wants to get rid of the Federal Reserve. Does he want to go back to where he can control it, or does he want to bring gold back as the gold standard? So, is he trying to just get rid of the Federal Reserve, or is he trying to get rid of the dollar? Whoa. Okay. Well, whatever he is trying doing, he is trying to basically fuck the system up, excuse my language, and he's doing a lot of deep thinking about it. Look at that. The darkness that's coming in with Trump and the Federal Reserve. He hates it. But it's like he's holding on to it a little bit. And this is upside down. And this is the money, the industry. And when you think about it, Trump comes from an industry background. So it's like he knows money, he knows what he can do. And there's something about the Federal Reserve he does not like. So it's like it feels so he's definitely trying to figure it out of what he's going to do. He's going to do something, but I feel like he hasn't quite made his mind up yet. But he'll know when it comes to it. But again, he's looking very dark on it. So I don't feel like he wants to go back to the gold standard, but I do feel like he wants to control it. He wants more. See, look at that. He wants more balance with it, and the star card sitting next to it. I feel like he wants to control the money, the dollar. He wants to be able to control interest rates. He wants to be able to do it, and he knows he can't. See, Trump is a man who likes to be in control. He likes to be in control. And he can't control the Federal Reserve. It's a bit like the UK. We can't control what goes on with our currency to a point. It's like we've got somebody in power and they've got free will. So in other words, so government doesn't interfere. And it's all right, but then sometimes these people in power, they think they know what they're doing, but they don't. And yes, there is a democracy, kind of, in a sense. They have to have a vote system. So in a sense, there still is a bit of a democracy, but I don't know. See, it's like if the government takes control of it, it's like, is he going to have a vote there? Or, what? I don't know how he's going to do it to take control, but he wants to take control. Whether he thinks he'll have more control of it in his hands than it is in the Federal Reserve Bank's hands, I don't know. I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but I just know he wants more balance, he wants more power with it. So that is going to be very interesting. So in one way, I'd love to see him to get into a second term, just to see what he does and what he's up to. And he knows the stock market's gonna rattle, and it will, and and it's whatever the Federal Reserve is doing, is sort of keeping it up there at the moment. So at the moment, I feel like he's playing it cool. He isn't rattling him too much because he doesn't want the economy to rock too much. But like I say, the people aren't going to judge him on that, I don't feel. I feel like they're going to judge him on a lot of things, of what he's doing and what he's trying to do. So watch this space, eh? Let's see where Trump kind of goes and leads next. It's going to be very, very interesting. And this impeachment's going to be very, very interesting. But I'm just being drawn to smoke and daggers, smoke and mirrors, whichever way you want to call it. I just think it's bull. Let's wait and see. Sorry for my directness, but yeah, definitely.